The past is in the present, but the future is still in our hands. Elie Wiesel.
Some 20 years ago, Marion and I were thinking about new projects. And of course, we felt that the theme of ethics must be predominant in whatever we do. Too few people talk about it. You talk about economy, and you talk about sociology, and about politics. And the question always is, and ethics in all that? Where is ethics? We don't talk about ethics.
The Elie Wiesel Prize, an ethics essay contest, is part of his commitment to engage new generations of young people and encourage them to grapple with some of the most consequential questions of our times.
The prize in ethics is so important because we need to catalyze people to think differently about human endeavor and about accomplishment. The foresight of 20 years of reaching out to our best and brightest young leaders and inspiring in them ethical leadership inspired us at LRN to participate and become a sponsor and a partner. Today, the future can't be just in any hands. It can't be in clever hands, industrious hands, financial engineering hands. Tonight we recognize that the future must be in the hands that are ethical.
Winning the prize was humbling because it gave me the inspiration and encouragement to know that perhaps my voice could be used for something that's greater than myself.
To know that such a great humanitarian and writer as Professor Wiesel had not only read my words, but deemed them worthy of a prize bearing his name, motivated me to learn what ethical living really meant in my life.
The essays that we read speak so much about, some of them, truth, and others about justice, that it's really a pleasure to know that we are their contemporaries.
Professor Wiesel is someone who is a deep thinker, someone who really ponders and writes eloquently and with deep empathy, but at the same time, he's someone who does tremendous good for the world.
What he does is he reflects, he thinks, he interacts, he engages himself in the community, and obviously through his writing is seen as an insightful individual about ethics, thinking about the ethical responsibility of the individual.
Ethics and ethical discussion is a quest to try and find out how one best exists in the world, and being part of the world is being connected.
A philosophy that's very South African, Ubuntu. I am because we are, because you are, and my humanity is inextricably linked to yours.
Sometimes I worry that many students will take up activist causes without thinking and reflecting on their role in a larger system.
Well, what's my responsibility now? How am I responsible? I read about genocides going on other sides of the world. I read about the problems of AIDS. I read about torture going on by our own government. And am I morally responsible for that?
But ethical leadership is not just about knowledge. It's not just about ethical hands. It's about the courage to act, especially when it's inconvenient, unpopular, unprofitable, or even dangerous. Think about the times we are in today, the financial crisis, the climate crisis, or all the other challenges that we face.
Our world is busy with all kinds of problems. It's in Iraq and Afghanistan and healthcare.
These challenges are largely about people in large and small ways not behaving, disconnecting from fundamental values, principles, and a sense of responsibility.
I would like leaders today, and those who listen to them, should stop at one point and say, wait a second, is it ethical what we are doing? Is it moral? Because without ethics, all our endeavors really are meaningless. Think higher and feel deeper.